I'm going to break every series convention and show you how my Battle Brothers company ends. If you want to see how I take a fledgling band of sellswords, hone them into a fighting machine, and then get them killed, keep watching. Subscribe to the channel to see new episodes as they come out. Battle Brothers is brutal, and we had a lot of fun on stream with this Battle Brothers game, and I just want to let y'all enjoy this process. So we're going to have a series of episodes, but we'll see how it goes. It all went wrong. 2 days ago, the company was hired to track down Hogarth the Weasel and his band of raiders, but it was them who found you first, an ambush. Some joke about horses cut short by an arrow to the throat. Arrows shooting in from everywhere and nowhere. Men holler and scream, a great volume before death. As the hail subsides, you draw your weapons for the rest of your with the rest of your men, only to collapse to your knees. An arrow has punctured your side. You shout in pain. A harried glance sees the men charge without you to make a valiant last stand, met in force as steel clashes with steel. You meet eyes with the captain, a last nod before his throat is cut. You're left in command now of what few men remain. Trembling in pain, you lean on your sword, and with all the will you can muster, slowly rise again. To the end. Let me know if you like me reading out those bits. I normally kind of ignore them, but oof. That poor guy. I think these guys are supposed to die if I remember correctly. Yeah. So we definitely want to oof. Alright. We're gonna get this guy up here to defend our that's enter. Want enter to pass. We don't want to go to them. We want them to come to us. Yeesh. Still does some damage. $55. 64. Yeah, sweet. Alright. He gets initiative step this round. Ooh! Yikes. We need to do some pretty good swings. Oh no. I need the initiative step. Oh, I don't have it. Oh, that was close. Okay. Because you can lose people in the tutorial. We got a spear and a hatchet, so let's loot that. Whew. You're alive. You won. The adrenaline fades, and in its wake, you can't help but sink back to the ground. Gritting your teeth, you snap the arrow's shaft. Your chest heaves, pain for breath. Everything blurs. The company has been devastated, cut down to but a few men. And that bastard Hogarth did justice to his name, fleeing like the weasel he is. What now, Captain? A voice says from behind. It's Hakon the falcon who sits down beside you, bedding his bloodied axe on his knees. You turn to him to reply, but before you can answer, he continues. Bernhard's dead. They slit his throat. He was a good man and a damn good leader. But all it took was one mistake. That makes you the one in charge now, don't it? Ike joins the two of you, still breathing heavily. Then Torhelm. Oh, I think we lost one of them, right? Save the ceremony and anointments for another day. Let's give the men a good burial and return to Mitterfels to collect our pay. The Weasel's men are slain, after all. Besides, Captain, we ought to see to that wound before we lose you two. Wouldn't want to leave Ike in charge, right? So be it. Alright, so we can unpause, but we need to go to Mitterfels, so we'll just... Oh, it's right click to go somewhere. I forgot. So if we click I think, yeah, we can take a look at our men. So we've got Torhelm, Hakon. We want to give Hakon a better helmet. And we also want to get him a spear. Once we get him a shield. Actually, we'll give... Oh no, he already has a knife. Cool. Okay, yeah. We just want to get there as quick as possible. I'm relearning the controls for this, so... What a sorry display it must be for the onlookers as you arrive in Mitterfels. 4 bloodied and beaten mercenaries down on their luck. We only have 3. The man who hired the company days ago, Friedrich the Guildmaster, no doubt expected you to return in a more glorious fashion. Still, he welcomes you to his house and offers bread and wine while his servant fetches a healer. Few words are exchanged except for the occasional grunt and wheeze as an elderly man, with shaky hands, tends to your wounds. A pin pierces your skin, the first of many stitches to come. You grit your teeth till you think you hear one break. Friedrich the Guildmaster sits beside you and asks if you took care of Hogarth. You shake your head. We killed his men, but the weasel eluded our blades in the end. The healer waves around a glowing fire poke, suggesting he wants to push it into your wound. You nod and he does so. For a moment, that's all there is. You're not a man, but a pinch of fire, flesh from flame, a golem of pain. Frederick the Guildmaster hands you a goblet of wine. You did well, Sellsword. The brigands have been removed, though it's a shame that Hogarth still lives. We expect to get paid for this. Friedrich the Guildmaster gasps. Well, naturally, 400 crowns as agreed upon. He gestures towards a servant who rushes to your side with the pay in hand. I wonder, may I make use of your services one more time? I'd very much like to end the headache that is Hogarth once and for all. And I would pay you again, of course. Another 400 crowns, shall we say? Hakon the Falcon scoffs and turns to drink more wine, but Torhelm stands to speak. Yes, the company is in ruin, but we will rebuild it. Without the Drakehammer Company, Hakon the Falcon would drink the crowns away and end up begging on the streets, and Ike, by the gods, we all know he'd go chasing the women folk until one stove his rotted head in. We need the Drakehammer Company, it's all we have. What say you, Captain? Hakon the Falcon burps and raises his cup to you. Ike playfully thumbs his nose and nods. Kill that bastard Hogarth or not, it's up to you, Captain. Yes, we have unfinished business with Hogarth. Friedrich the Guildmaster claps his hands in satisfaction. Excellent, my little birds will need some time to find where Hogarth is hiding his hide now. In the meantime, I suggest you see about stocking up on supplies so you'll be good and ready to end this when the time comes. I shall see you in a few days' time at the latest. As you leave Friedrich the Guildmaster's house and stand on the outskirts of Mitterfels, Torhelm seeks a word with you. We need more men, Captain. I know I gave a big speech back there, but bravado won't do crap. We need more warm bodies in the ranks. Figure we can find 3 good men, buy them some decent weapons, and dress them in the best armor we can afford. The man pauses to glance around. I bet this Bodunk town's got a desperate peasant or two looking for a new life. Or we could travel to Haleburg in the northwest. Them city folk aren't always as hardy as these country bumpkins, but we're more likely to find men with fighting experience stopping to rest there. That's what we'll do. We go into Mitterfels. We'll see what we got for hire. The Weasel, he was a beggar, an apprentice, and a brawler. Brawler's pretty good. Yeah, and we'll get Gustav. And let's see. There's probably not going to be anything, not too much we can buy, but we do. How many crowns we got? 2,500. We'll get some wooden shields. Let's see if there's anything good. So we've got 1 spear. I want another spear at least. Though I should check and make sure that the people... So you are decent with a bow. You're good at melee. This guy's decent with a bow. He's got good initiative, so he'll be going quickly. So we might pop him in the back line. Give him this hatchet. We'll get this guy a spear and shield. Nope. Come on. Again, have not played this in a while. So yeah, they all have malicious spears now, so that's... I mean, we could use this guy having some kind of headgear. These guys, it's not as important. Maybe even a basic hood would help. But we do need a quiver. We're pretty good on ammunition. We'll get a short bow. And we'll get that hood. It's not much we can do there. This guy just gets a pretty shoddy hood. But we can give this guy a bow. Then halberd. We can probably get some better armor and things. But yeah, we're doing pretty good, I would say. There's direwolves. Along the way, as Heilborg's skyline appears on the horizon, Ike seeks a word with you. Never been to Heilborg before, but I've been around ones that look a lot like it. Cities like these are great for selling goods, as all these prissy, pompous pricks love to have their goods delivered. With so many merchants, you can find almost everything you need to. Keep an eye out for bargains, and don't get swindled by them cutthroat merchants. It's a turn-based strategy game. Hakon the Falcon sees fit to add his own opinion of what you should do. If there's a good tavern, they say that's where we should go first. Nothing helps a man down on his luck more than a good pint. Gods know we've earned it. Ike shakes his head. You say that every time we step into town. You say that even when you're already drunk. I'll keep it in mind. Basically, we're running a mercenary band. And, yeah, that's all there is to it for right now. It's a pretty fun game, in my opinion, at least. So, hire. We don't need another... He's a deserter as well. He's a raider. Yeah, so we'll fight eventually. We're recruiting some new people. So he's a militiaman. I don't want to spend a lot of money on someone right now. In fact, I probably will never spend a lot of money on someone. We might hire all these people, though. Buy some malicious spears. These are a little bit more expensive than I'd want to. Let's see what these new guys are good for. This guy's a good bowman, which I really was not trying to get more bowmen. But it is what it is. So right now our right flank is stronger. We need a bow. Another quiver. I think we're going to go with that. Anything interesting here? Ooh, a warhammer. That would be nice, but we're not going to be able to use it yet, really. Greatsword would also be nice. Right now, we're going after the kind of raider who destroyed our warband. We were hired to take them out. The tutorial's basically We were hired to take somebody out, but we took out his men, but weren't able to uh, kill him. We need some hoods. Though we don't have much money to do so. How much are these? These are pretty cheap, but that's because they're already damaged. We'd have to repair them. Yeah, we're about to get there. You get the cheap hood because you're kind of our backline defenders. We're almost out of money, so we need to get back to Mitterfels. Oh, actually, we do need to take a drink to just get everyone's morale up. Ooh, what do they have? Oh no, we don't want to do that. It's not worth it right now. Pay around for my men. All right, but we're just doing one round. And we go to Mitterfels to take on the contract. Yeah, that's the goal. It's dusk, which means there's more monsters around, I believe, at dusk. So we gotta be careful, because we are still a small warband. It's a nice little fun game. Frederick, the guildmaster, is pacing back and forth when you find him. The healer, who damn near killed you with the fire poke, is standing nearby. He's picking chunks of dried blood out of his fingernails. Friedrich, the guildmaster, claps his hands. Finally, you're here. I have good news. We got hold of one of Hogarth's former men. My good friend here had a nice little talk with the man, and now I know where Hogarth's licking his wounds. The healer clears his throat, splaying his fingers out. It is. He's splaying his fingers out like a maiden looking to paint them. He speaks as though he's identifying a disease he's about to excise. The brigand known as Hogarth is hiding in a small hut in the tundra to the west of here. Based upon my most civil discussion with one of his men, Hogarth knows the Drakehammer Company is on his heels and will have gathered more men since the last time you met him. Nodding, Friedrich the Guildmaster waves you off. Good luck, Sellsword. We'll return with his head. So it's paused. We know he's over there. Let's get a little closer. And see if we can scout out at all. It's going to be an open plain. I'd like to attack at day because I've got a lot of archers. And we want to be able to have the best vision. Unknown garrison. It's in a tundra. A few brigand thuns and a poacher. That's Hogarth. I don't see this being too big of a fight. We need to get some better scouts so we can get more... Okay, here we are. We're going to wait for them to get to us. So yeah, let's wait. We don't want to use our stamina too quickly. So that's Hogarth there, I believe. He's probably going to take a shot at us. Okay, but missed. We'll pause there. Nice. It's really, you've got to be patient. Oh, that's Hogarth. Huh. Oh, he doesn't have enough stamina to reload? That sucks. This guy also kind of sucks at archery. But we can get a lot of shots in. We gotta wait with these guys. Because we've got initiative on almost everyone. He's gonna come out. He's gonna act defensively. He's got a non-empty quiver. He needs a quiver of bolts. I'm an idiot. I can't believe that. We're gonna put up our spears, but not do anything else right now. Shoot. I mean, we might just be able to finish this guy off, yeah. Put spears up. Just put his... We're gonna pepper shots at this guy, see if we can wear down his shield. Both hit. This guy really can't do much, so we're just gonna... Well, that was a wild shot from him. I really want to be able to pick these guys apart. So we're going to come in here and take a swing. Yeah, that sucks. But we should... Yeah. Still taking some pop shots. And we'll just take a rush at the... We'll get in combat with the poacher so that he has to move over to his secondary weapon. Do some armor damage to that guy. We're gonna keep this guy out of the fight. No. And then we're just going to attack there. Yikes. We're going to use this guy to just pepper some shots in there. He can't block all of them. Nice, he missed. Nice. He's got a nice coat of mail now. Alright, his helmet's gone. There we go. So we should get plenty of XP. Nobody leveled up, but we do get some arrows. We need to get some bolts. Or I guess I could just give him a bow. Hogarth lays dead in a pool of his own blood, skewered into a grotesque and panicked pose. He didn't weasel his way out of this one. You put a boot on his corpse and look to your men. For the company, for all the men who've fallen. Ike spits on the dead man's face. Let's take this bastard's head and get back to Mitterfels. Time to get paid. Let's get back to Mitterfels and get our crowns. To answer your question, Shadow, I haven't... Oh. Along the way. Ike joins your side. Got a moment, Captain? You nod for him to speak his mind. The battle has left some gear worse for wear, and some men got a good nicking too. We can patch up both men and equipment while marching, but it's a lot faster to set down and do it. Of course, if we make camp, we should be wary of ambushes. A campfire in these parts can be seen from every which way. Keep it in mind. We'll repair equipment once we get back to camp and buy some food and stuff. The company returns to Mitterfels as victors, their heads held much higher this time. The Drakehammer Company are not the size they once were, but they're still a force to be reckoned with, as Hogarth learned in his final moments. You carry his head in a sack that you empty in front of Friedrich the Guildmaster's feet. He jumps back, but the healer quickly picks the head up, stares at it, and nods. Friedrich the Guildmaster approaches the brigand's bloodied face and eyes it carefully.
Yes, yes, that's his ugly mug, all right. Servants, pay this man his money. Coin in hand, you raise your voice to the men. As long as there's blood coursing through our veins, as long as we can draw sword and shield, there shall stand our company. All through the realm people will know the Drake Hammer Company. The men cheer. Torhelm puts his hand on your shoulder. You did well, Captain. No matter where you lead us, the men will follow you as brothers in battle. Almost battle brothers. And we gain 400 crowns as brothers.